This is going to be a response video to Kwonkicker, a martial artist on YouTube, right? My name is Wayne Gichie, also a martial artist like yourself, who makes tutorial videos and who has competed all their life in martial arts, right? Kumite, point fighting, kickboxing, MMA, name it, right? I came across your videos years back. You know, you've been on YouTube for a long time. And recently saw some videos that you're struggling with tinnitus, right? Tinnitus, right? Which is tinnitus is basically ringing of the ear or hissing of the ear. It can come from the ear, but sometimes coming from the brain too. It all depends, right? And what kind of damage you have, if it's ear damage or brain damage, right? Like he mentioned in his video, he said something about CTE. I could be wrong, but it could be cause of taking hits to the head, which in competition, you know, we always take hits to the head. You know, it's I always say, man, you always want to take your head off the center line, use footwork to move in and out, to move laterally, and avoid taking hits to the head. I always talk about that in all my videos. Even when I'm making prediction videos for fights, I always say you want to avoid taking hits to the head. So the reason why I'm doing a response video to him, because I feel his pain and I can see in his eyes that he's struggling with this, and this is something that I'm going through too. I've been going through it, right? I have the same problem, the tinnitus, which started for me. I started noticing it in 2012, right? Of January, right? As the year started, I remember like it was yesterday. Woke up with this freaking hissing sound in my ear. Sounds like a water faucet, you know, just consistently running shh in my ear. Sounds like a AC unit when the AC unit is running. Sounds like a refrigerator when the refrigerator is running. Just a hissing sound, and sometimes it can change pitch. You know, it can be a little more of a ringing sound, then it goes back hissing, and it gets higher, and it goes low. It all depends, but I woke up like that, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And I was like, what the hell is this? that's all I was saying. What the hell is this? And I didn't know what it was. I was just like, damn, it's freaking thing in my ear. I was like washing my ear out, trying to clean my ears. Maybe I had too much wax, I'm thinking, you know, because I used to have an ear problem when I was a young kid. I had like wax buildup. So I was like, man, what the hell is this? Why my ears were friggin' ringing and hissing like this? And, you know, kept on going, and it stayed the same after second day, third day, week, months passed. It's the same thing. Couldn't sleep at night. Been up all night. Sometimes I didn't sleep for like 2 days. It was stressing me out. It was, you know, it sucks, man. You're trying to lay down and you just hear this shh in your ear, and you know there's nothing you can do about it. So I end up just going to the doctors. Obviously, go to the doctor, check me out. He's like, "Oh, you're fine. There's nothing wrong with you." I'm like, "Yo," I'm like, "Doctor, I have this freaking hissing in my ear. Sounds like a water faucet that bust off in my head, and it's just running water, and I can hear it like all day long, every day." And he's like, "Oh, maybe just anxiety or something. So here's some Xanax." I'm like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "Xanax?" Back then, I didn't know what Xanax was. You know, I didn't know what it was. Never took it before, so obviously I'm gonna, you know, the doctor's telling me to do this and that. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna take some Xanax, whatever. Maybe it will help me. Big mistake. Took the Xanax. It put me in a kind of a, I don't know, like a weird feeling. Like I kind of felt like I was like, if you guys ever been high on marijuana or cannabis, felt like kind of high feeling, but slightly relaxed. But when it wears off, I start getting fidgety, like shakes, like anxiety start kicking in, like nervous, and then I actually start getting anxiety after that, you know, and then I start taking two more Xanax. Instead of taking one, I was taking two, then I was taking three, and then start smoking marijuana, start smoking some weed just to see if the, maybe I can, get rid of the sound. And I kept on doing that. Wasn't helping. I wasn't training anymore. I wasn't doing any more martial arts. Was gaining weight. I got depression start kicking in. Start getting depressed. Anxiety start kicking. Everything started to bother me. I start feeling chest pains, head pains. Couldn't breathe. Didn't go outside anymore. Stuck in the house. Full on anxiety, man. Depression started kicking in. I wasn't doing martial arts anymore. I wasn't doing what I love to do for years, and I've always been training all my life. And hitting in 2012, I wasn't doing none of that anymore. I was just in straight depression, laid up in the house. Basically, I was going crazy, basically. Just losing my mind. And didn't know what to do. So my girlfriend had a uncle that knew this Chinese man who was a herbalist. And, kind of told her to, have Wayne go and see him, maybe he could help him. So she told me about this Chinese herbalist, and I talked to the uncle mentioned him to me also, and went to see him. And to make a long story short here, I basically went to see him, and he's like, he just looked at me and go, man, if every day you can get up and you can speak, you can walk around, you can move your hands, you're fine, man. If you can get up every day and you can catch your breath and breathe, you can go outside, see sunlight, right? You can walk around on your own, then you're doing well. He said, what you need to do now is try to detox your body, cleanse your body, right? Change up the way you're eating, right? Go into some meditation and know that every day can be your day, will be your day. It all depends on what you want to do with it. So if you want to sit there and worry about a sound in your ear and worrying about if you're going to die, or just thinking about all these things that doesn't really matter right now, because you're functional, you're able to move around, right? Then you're fine. You get up and you keep doing what you love, man. But we're going to work on your lifestyle changes. So he told me some things to do, and went back home. It wasn't easy. Somebody telling you that, it's kind of hard. When you have this sound in your ear and you're in depression and taking Xanax and all these things. So I went back home, threw away the Xanax. I'm like, man, screw this, man. I'm going to get back to myself. I'm going to get back to myself. From January to all the way to almost a year or so, I was just trapped. And I just like, I just got back up, I said, man, I get back to myself, man. I'm going to get back to myself. Threw away the Xanax. I got myself a juicer. This was one thing he told me to do. Get myself a juicer and start juicing, right? Change up my lifestyle. Cut off a lot of the heavy meats, the steaks, pork, processed foods. Get rid of those things. Try to eat more plant-based, right? So I start just looking more into a healthier lifestyle, which drew me all the way to a plant-based lifestyle now, which I am. I'm basically vegan, raw food vegan. I'm a maybe 80-90% raw, and then the other rest is like vegan, right? So that took me all the way to a different way of thinking, right? So I start juicing every day, making green juices, kale, spinach, ginger, turmeric, watercress, cilantro, lemon, watermelon. I just started juicing, making smoothies. I cut out all the meats, because I used to eat a lot of like pork, steaks, and all these things, and I was drinking alcohol also. So I cut out the alcohol. Get back into training was hard though, because I would get tired quickly. So I just start jump roping first, little jump rope here. Maybe it could only last for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, but I kept on pushing. Started doing my pull-ups again, my push-ups. I started doing my katas, Cutters is what really helped me out a lot. Just some movement, get the movement going. Because it says, you know, if you have movement, you know, you can move, then you're on your way. As long as you can move your hand and your feet, you're good. It says, don't listen to those doctors out there that's giving you all these pills and things, because they just want to cut you up, basically. They want to cut you up and keep you on medication. He says, don't let them cut you, don't let them operate on your head or your ear or nothing. You go out there, you build yourself back up, detox your body, and get back into what you're doing. Right? So I started just running, jump roping, and after a while, man, a couple months passed by. I was losing the weight, dropping the weight off. I was up to like 200 pounds, 210. I went right back down to 170, 165, right? And I'm 6'1". So I dropped off all the weight, got lean, got quicker, my flexibility came back. Along with that, I started looking into yoga, which was a big healing part of this whole problem that I was in, right? With the tinnitus. Yoga helped me so much, man. Start going into hot yogas. First I was just doing the yoga online, you know, because, you know, when you have anxiety and stuff, it's kind of hard to go around people. So I started doing the yoga online. And then once I started building myself back up and I have the confidence in myself again, not so anxious, I started going out to the studios, start taking some hot yoga classes, you know, start doing different flows, just going to different schools and just practicing, you know. And eventually after a while, man, that sound, barely could hear it anymore, man. I mean, it's still there. I'm not going to lie to you, it's still there. But it's like it doesn't exist anymore. Because remember, your mind will play tricks on you. Your mind is the strongest tool you have, right? Yeah, we can all punch and kick and do all these things, but without the mind, you will be unable to do that. So the mind, you know, will play tricks on you. I'm telling you that. So yeah, it's still there. I still hear the hissing sound, you know, so forth. And something at nights, I turn on a little sound here that I have. If you guys can hear a little fan in the background I have here, you know, kind of, you know, blends out the sound, masks out the sound. But as I said, it's still there, but it doesn't bother me anymore. You know, because I keep myself active. What you want to do, you want to stay active. You know, I'm back to my martial arts like I used to. Lifting weights, kicking, splitting, and I had my YouTube channel from 2006, but I never really started putting up real videos consistently until the end of 2012, starting around there. 2012, 2013, the end is where I started posting videos, because I was posting my lifestyle. I was posting me getting back to myself from having the tinnitus, from having stomach problems, head problems. Everything just started from the ear, and just my whole body was off, and I had to get back to myself, right? Again, it's not easy, man. It's not going to be easy, but one thing I've learned is that you want to keep moving, right? Don't let nothing hold you down. Don't let any doctor tell you, oh man, it's not good to go and do that. You know, you just need to take pills and just relax yourself. It's good to take breaks and relax, but not every day. You need to move. You need to keep moving. And of course, I'm not competing like I used to anymore, because I don't compete anymore, right? I've done that for so long, I don't need to do that no more. You know, every once in a while, you know, if I can spar, I do a little sparring, but not anything to where we're trying to knock each other out. And, you know, I spend a lot of my times working the bag, which I'm using more now, the Wave Master, than using a heavy bag, right? Not saying that the heavy bag is bad for you, but, you know, I find a Wave Master a little easier for me to use now, and plus where I live, you know, I live in a smaller place, so I don't have nowhere to hang a heavy bag either. But I just use the Wave Master. Still have my focus mitts, my kicking shield, and I work my form, my kicking, my yoga, flexibility, shadow box. You know, I just keep moving, man, and I keep making my videos, man. You know, so I've seen your videos a lot, Kwonkicker, and I see you around, and I can see in your eyes that you're struggling with this, and I just want to make this video. You know, just just reaching out to you, just showing you that there's other people with the same problems like what you have, and you know, I know you can pull through, man, and start making videos again. I know you can, right? And I hope you do, right? So I like your gun videos too, that you're making the new videos about, you know, having gun for self-defense, which is true. Gun is a huge part of self-defense, right? It's good to have a gun, you know. But I want to see you start kicking again, man, and doing your thing, man. You know, just working out, man. You know, as I said, start off slow. I'm not sure what your lifestyle is, like the way you eat, your diet or whatever, you know, but diet is a huge part of it too. You know, it will help you. You know, it will take away a lot of that sound. You know, if you go plant-based, I don't know if you drink alcohol, you know, I don't know if you smoke, but a lot of those things is just toxins you put into your body. So the less toxins you're putting in, is the better your body's gonna feel. You know, and then your mind will start responding differently to, you know, to the foods you put in. You know, because whatever you put into your body, you know, is what's gonna fuel you. You know, so it's gonna fuel your brain too. So, like I said, man, things happen when we're younger, and a lot of times, you know, we don't pay attention to it because we're having a good time and we're younger. You know, when we compete, you know, we get kicked everywhere, slammed on our head, punched in the face, and you know, we don't know that it's gonna affect us later on. You know, I mean, nobody knows that, especially when you're young. When you're older now, you're kind of wiser to it because you know you might have a little problems that you're dealing with, and then you can recognize it and say, "Oh, damn! I think because I was doing this, that's what, you know, caused me these problems now that I'm having, right?" And like I said, that's why when I make my videos, you know, I always mention CTE, getting hit to the head, and all these things. And a lot of people, you know, don't really understand it, man, especially when they're younger, you know. But it's a serious thing, man. You get hit in the head consistently. It does do damage to you, and it will creep upon you in different ways. You know, slurry speech, ringing in the ear, twitching, memory loss. I'm telling you, man, it will creep upon you, man. So I wish you the best, Kwonkicker, and yeah, man. Hopefully, you know, one day we can work some techniques together, man. You know, maybe do a tutorial video or so. You know, so keep on kicking, dude, and yeah, man. Wuss.